go. Come on, work. We got it. It's just setting up the connection. Come on, please function properly. Just getting it on now, so hopefully I don't have to
The
reset
camera is
any.
green.
Yeah. Okay, minimize that now. Why is it not working?
Connection
It's
issues?
not working, yeah. Just a moment, let me try. Not URL, copy text.
Maybe
Oh,
restart the whole
I don't know how to restart
software.
it. That's the problem.
You want to close the software, go to the task manager, and scroll
It's not
down.
OBS's problem. It's just YouTube's problem. There we go. There we go. Sorry guys. I literally just had to get I had to restart the software because it wasn't working. On YouTube's end, surprisingly, I thought it would have been OBS's problem, but no, it was YouTube. I had to restart it. Hopefully you guys can hear me well, and also you can hear Renard here. He just decided to stay up late for a stream. Yeah.
Hello. Message for today: don't burn down your house because it's bad.
Yeah, that's a bad message. I mean, good message.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave out the context because it's funny that way.
Yeah. Maybe later we'll talk a
Just
bit
gonna
about
put it there.
it. So we're just currently in this Halloween themed world because happy Halloween to everyone. And hello Nathan and hello A Johnson. How you all doing? Um, I'm doing great. I've actually got something new about my avatar. I think some of you might have already seen. Um, I added a skunk tail to my avatar. Thank you to a friend of mine who both modeled the tail and also added it. Helped me add it to my avatar. It was a bit of work. I yeah. Well, that's good to hear you're doing great. Yeah. I have been adding a few things around. I've got this model working properly. I did have some other plans with this avatar, but that might be later on. I might try getting it working on Quest side, but that's down the line. I've got a few things I got to sort out with that. It's mainly just getting some things compressed and all that. But yeah, I also am doing pretty well with some of my projects. I've got some of the parts arriving soon. I might do like the video in two pieces. The only thing I need to order now would be the cable. I'll try a standard HDMI fit, but that's not right now to worry about. We've got some
HDMI
cool.
would do the trick usually.
Oh yeah, the cable
So,
between the devices. Yeah. I
mhm.
also yeah. You're doing good today. That's good to hear, bud. Yeah, I hope you're all having a happy Halloween. It's been quite a for me, for mostly what I've been doing is just listening to some um spooky stories and stuff on YouTube. There's a channel by the name Shrouded Hand. They put out some interesting content that's perfect for this time of the year. Some of them are true stories, some, eh.
Some are fake stories.
Some are more like legends or myths. Like,
But that's a more elegant way of saying fake stories.
pretty much. Yeah. Things that have been kind of told throughout the decades and years and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of it's kind of that. There's all kinds of crazy content out there, especially if you're looking around this time of the year for good spooky stories. I might actually tell one of my own that actually happened with me, and this is my experiences. So yeah. But yeah, we might go to some other worlds. This world is the Fertility Luma world. They updated it to have a Halloween theme.
Want to see something scary?
What? Wait for it to load. Oh god, that is scary. If you know I'm going to camping trip tomorrow. Oh cool, Nathan. You have a good time camping. Stay safe and make sure you got all your stuff you need. First aid kit, all the rest, batteries, phone, etc. Yeah, all the essentials and food and all that. And stay safe. Have fun. Yeah. Yeah, I do go camping from time to time. I should do another camping trip at some time, maybe this year. Because summer is a good time for me to camp. It's not too rainy over here. How we normally camp over here, if we go in the bushes, we set up these hammocks with a what is it? Essentially like a tarp that goes over top of it. So you find two really nice sturdy trees. You tie your hammock to that, and you have a mosquito net on your hammock, so you can zip that up and keep the mosquitoes out. And you have a tarp or a waterproof structure over top of your hammock, so that the water can't get into your hammock if it does rain. It also just keeps it a little bit warmer, because cold air goes straight down. So it'll actually keep the most coldest air from getting on you. Gives you a little extra warmth. Yeah. And because you're off the ground, you don't have to worry about creepy crawlies. In some places, that includes leeches. Those little buggers are annoying, for what I've heard. It's
Leeches.
Yeah. Some people carry around a little tin of salt. And they'll just drop the salt on it, and it's like the same equivalent for slugs and snails for leeches. They do not like salt.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I tried going camping a few times, but I just can't stand sleeping in a tent. I don't know why. It doesn't sleep good for me. I don't know.
I've done it a few times. It depends on either the ground. Like, I've slept on the beach in a tent, and that was amazing. The reason for that is because the sand is kind of like softer than hard packed dirt, so it kind of forms a bit better if you've got a soft mattress or an airbed to lay on. But you should always have some kind of like mattress to lay on when you're out camping. Yeah.
Or a sleeping bag at least. Yeah, I tried it a couple times.
You're gonna be riding too? Riding what? Yeah. Oh, it's cold. Oh yeah. 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 But yeah, bestest way I've done it is you have a foam mat or an air mat. Air mats are like the ones you get for camping that I've used a few times is it's like a thin air mattress which has foam inside of it. You'll be riding the Razor. Razor. What's a Razor? Like, as in what?
A razor.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that a vehicle? A bike? I don't know. Probably completely.
No clue. No clue. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's probably a term that's more used in different parts of the world. It probably for us, we have rubbish bins. Over in the US, they call them garbage cans. That's a good terminology.
We call them we call them prullenbak. So that's completely different.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what that translates to in English. That's a good question.
But prullenbak, like literally just garbage can. So
there you go.
prullen means like a nonsense stuff, like just stuff that you would throw aside.
Out. Yeah.
Prullen. And bak is like well, not a can, like a buck. Like a box.
Ah.
I would say.
Okay.
Sort of. Buck. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't usually translate stuff, so I'm so horrible at translating.
That's
I can
okay.
speak in either two languages, but it's so hard translating stuff.
Yeah, different terminologies and all the rest.
Because when I speak a language, I think in that language. It's kind of.
That's something interesting to think about when you actually look into languages and how they translate and all the rest.
Yeah, because there's words in Dutch that don't have a translation.
I'm not
in English,
surprised.
I could not. Because we have a word, gezellig, which a lot of people mistranslate it as cozy, but it doesn't mean. We have a different word for cozy. But like, gezellig means, like, you can say it. For example, if you had a good time with friends, you can tell people that it was gezellig. You can say, hey, it was gezellig.
Interesting.
It means like that it was a good time in a social way. That's socially a good time.
Ah.
And you can only say it when you have had a good time in a social. Like, it means that it was pleasant in a social. It was a pleasant social interaction.
Ah.
That's kind of what it means. Gezellig. Because gezel kind of means buddy or mate. Gezel. And gezellig means matey. I don't know. I guess like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to be camping for 5 days. Oh wow! Yeah, make sure you got plenty of food for those 5 days and water if anything. Yeah, decent water source. Make sure if you don't have enough water to carry that you can carry with you, both a decent pot to boil it in and a filter. You can pick up quite a few different types of filters. Find one that's made by a well-known brand. Usually they use carbon filters or activated charcoal. And some of them even have like a little hand pump that you can push the water through them with a good amount of pressure, so you can able to get decent quantities of water real quick. But yeah, you boil your water and then you filter it. You've also got chlorine tablets, but god damn will that make the water taste terrible. But if you've got to do it that way, then you've got to.
You don't want to drink chlorine water.
It's not pleasant
for you.
No.
It's really not good for you if you drink it long term. It can fuck with your insides. It's really not.
It's only
healthy.
an emergency method that you can use. But the bestest method is definitely filtering and boiling the water. Normally you boil it first, let it cool down a bit, then you filter it. Those are the bestest methods I've found for when you go camping. If you've got a way to filter your water, filter it. It usually uses like a charcoal filter. It's pretty cool actually. How well you can actually filter the water with them. But yeah, boil your water. What I say is, it's not by. I don't do it based by time, but by how the water acts. You get it to a rolling boil, like really bubbling away, and you hold that boil for once you've got it up to that temperature, then you time it, because boiling takes changes depending on both the atmosphere and the height that you're boiling at.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy, but
I mean,
science.
The height that is the consequence. Like the height is atmosphere. Like it's a consequence. If you get higher up, you have less air pressure. So it means that your water boils faster.
Mm. Mm. But
Like
once
if
you
you're
get it
very high in the
boiling,
mountains,
I found
yeah.
you boil it for about 30 to 40 seconds, like that. Or was it minutes? I don't think 30 minutes, but it was something fairly decent amount of
Uh,
time
th-
to kill the bacteria
I don't think
outright.
30. I don't think 30 minutes is necessary. I think in about a couple minutes it should be
Probably 4 minutes, I'd
all
say.
dead. Because
Yeah.
yeah, I would do it like for 10 minutes just to be sure.
Mm.
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
There you go. It was about 5 to 10 if I
Also,
remember
also
right.
depends on how gross your water is.
Yeah.
Like,
If it's
I
really
think
bad, you'd want to boil it for a good amount of
like
time, and then you'd want to run it through a few filters.
yeah,
Um,
if you get water from a stream, like a river or something that moves, it should not be too bad.
Oh
But
yeah.
if it's like a still source, like a pond,
Yup.
it can be nasty shit.
Oh yeah, it's filled with some
Like
nasty stuff.
yeah, it can be very nasty. So
Yeah.
don't drink still water. Like just don't. Just go to it. Like find
Find
a
moving water,
or like I mean a river or something. Just don't.
or very well.
Still water could be
Yeah.
very dangerous because there could be botulism.
Yep. If you're
And
gonna
that's not,
be
you cannot filter.
you gotta boil it to kill the bacteria.
Yeah. Botulism is a terrible illness.
Mm.
From what I heard, it can render you crippled. So.
Well, we and my dad do have a big trailer. Cool. So you'll be able to carry enough supplies in with you then, if that's the case. Yeah. Yeah. We've got, occasionally we go out camping on beaches. And I learned this technique for filtering salt water into fresh water. There's a few different techniques, but one of them is called a solar still. What you do is you take a black plastic garbage bag, you cut it until it's an open, flat piece of material, and you go down to the beach. You find where the high tide mark is, and you dig down into the sand until you get either damp or you get some water that pools up in the bottom. What you do is you place a metal or plastic cup in the bottom of that hole and have it so that it won't fill up with the water from that hole. But you then put a piece of the plastic bag over top of the hole so it covers it, and you put a single stone in the center so it weighs the bag down so it makes like a little almost inverted funnel or cone. And you have the plastic cup sit right under that, right where that point is. What happens is during the hot day, it will gather the heat from the sun, will heat up the plastic, warming up that hole. The salt water then evaporates, leaving behind the salt, and then hits the plastic, it then cools down and runs down to that central point and then drips into the cup. You get
so yeah,
water.
That's kind of
distilled water.
Kind of a makeshift distillation.
Yeah, that's the easiest and quickest way to make drinking water if you've got no other method of getting it on a beach or an island. Yeah. Some of the techniques I've learned through water distillation.
Salt water tastes disgusting.
Yeah, I know, because I swim in it. The reason I swim in salt water from time to time is it clears all the pores in my skin, like all the holes and all that. Yeah, all the nasty grime comes out really easy. It's quite good for you. The salt water when you go for a swim.
And I've swum in the sea a couple times, and then I got scared of that as a kid, and I never did it again.
Oh.
You should. I don't know what it was. I got dragged into like the stream was too strong, and I got dragged off my feet, I guess, into the sea.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't far in because it was at the coast, and I was a little kid, so I could swim back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But when we are towing, we always have to fill up with a lot of diesel. Yeah, especially when you're carrying large loads on vehicles, you're going to use a lot more fuel to move a massive trailer. It's just the matter of how anything works these days when it comes to mass. Your engine works harder to move a trailer than it does with just the vehicle itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, shall we show the people the Halloween stuff in the rest of the world?
Sure. Let's go through the portal. Whoop. Here we are. Oh, I gotta bring the camera with me. I forgot about that. Let me reposition the camera. And anchor local. There we go. Now this world, while this is the Ferality Luma world, they added
This is the classic.
Yes, this is a classic for anyone. Oops, I've still got the flying mode on. There we go. You have a RAM 2500. Oh, cool. That should do the trick. So there is actually a little thing you can do. I actually did this before even Renard showed up. You can be able to find all these little rubber duckies that are hiding around the world. And then it'll open the portal to that little hidden area we were just in. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things throughout this world. Well, I'll have to show you around. I do love it. I do love the fact that they do this. They actually updated it. Not only is that good to keep the world running smooth, and for me right now, I'm running 20, which is not surprising while I'm running vrchat. And Discord and a whole bunch of stuff in the background. Yeah. But this world is pretty impressive, and the fact that they've managed to keep this world up to date enough to keep it up on vrchat is pretty cool. Yeah.
When was this Ferality Luma? When did it happen?
That was ages ago. Yeah. It's like a few years back. I never went to Ferality Luma, sadly. Let me show you what the world looks like from my view. There you go.
The tree that's normally blue is now orange.
Yeah, it's normally blue and pink, and now it's purple and orange. And then you got a whole world around us that's been kind of themed around Halloween, which I actually do love that they've made this world to be more of a Halloween themed world. It does make it look cool.
Like they removed the music though.
Yeah, that's
kind of.
That's actually something I just noticed. Because I had the audio on before when I joined. I thought, oh, they might have something new playing or something. But yeah. They just
removed it, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope it will be put back after Halloween, though.
Yeah, that music is nice. I actually know the person who made it, Hairu. They're a really nice person from close to where you're at, but not the same country in the world. IRL, it's close.
Or like Germany, or?
No. It was one of the others somewhere close. It's a neighbouring one, but okay. Sweden?
Poland?
Maybe. Maybe. I would have to ask him again.
Could be Poland, could be Czechia, could be...
It was somewhere where they had very long nights and very long days due to their proximity to the northern pole.
Yeah, then it's probably Sweden or Norway or Finland.
Somewhere like that, yeah. It might have been Norway, though.
Maybe.
But
could
anyways,
be Norway then, yeah.
Hairu's a quite a talented individual who works on the Ferality team. And he actually has a couple avatars that he's actually made. The Long Boy, and also an Avali avatar that looks really good. Like he actually spent a lot of time getting the face tracking working with it or something. Yeah. But yeah, real cool. Really nice person.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have some. He's actually also into space and stuff like you are.
Oh.
You'd probably get along with him pretty well if you ever want to meet up
Yeah,
with him.
probably. Yeah.
I occasionally see him on here in the evenings. For me, like my evenings, he's on here.
What does he study? Astrophysics as well, or?
It's a similar field, but I don't know exactly. But he does. You know what he does now? Game engineering, like
Oh, that makes
gaming
sense.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense because like you learn a lot of programming with astronomy, so you could apply that to gaming stuff.
Oh yeah. He's worked for a
Yeah,
few
so
different ones. I can't remember exactly which ones he was working for, but let's put it this way: if you're this talented to making like Fidelity Worlds and composing music and all that for a game, yeah, you're pretty much going to be doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, you're going to be helping to dev some pretty cool stuff. They might have some new music playing in that world now. No, there isn't. I can't obviously have world audio on when I join new worlds because I don't know what they've got on and their copyrights and all that nonsense. But for the most part, I do know his music for this world is technically copyright free when he does have his stuff playing in these worlds. Because he's uploaded it to YouTube and it's just like there's different ways you can have your content set on YouTube. One of the musicians, I do use their music. Both Renard as well. He actually does compose some music for me. In a few occasions, I actually paid him to make some amazing music, and he did a great job with that.
that happened.
Yes.
That did happen.
He, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, some of the music I have is copyright free. They upload it as what they call public domain, so people can just use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fun thing about making music yourself is that like there's no copyright.
Exactly.
You just literally put it on everything.
Yeah.
So
I made my own music once. It wasn't that much, but I did make a couple. A small song. I think I have it on my channel as an intro. But it's probably buried amongst all the other videos. But I'm sure you can find it. Yes, I'm a very fluffy skunk dragon. Technically, the term is, if I remember right, for a skunk dragon. If I grab the, where was it? I had it here. Skagen? If I'm pronouncing it right? Skagen?
what?
I'll send you the text. Copy selected text. Can I?
Skagen.
Copy selected text. I'll send it to you, Renard. There we go. No, enter. There. Send. Send. Why does it not want to send? I don't know why they don't have a send button on Discord. It's annoying. Okay, Johnson, I'll see you around, but that's the name. Scraggin. That's it. There we go. But yeah. Skunk Dragon. Technically, that's what my sonar is right now. Wow. I am planning, because I do know someone over here in New Zealand who has, if you've seen some of my older videos, who has a massive skunk tail. They're still working on some, like, with their current one, they're still working on some problems with it. I can't remember what it was, but they had some problems with getting it to work properly. They made their own tail, and I said, oh, that's kind of cool, I'd like one like that. And they said, we might be able to make you one. Maybe. But it would probably cost a bit. I'm not surprised if it would cost anywhere up to $700 or more dollars. Just because of the size of it. It uses a special mounting bracket that you strap on. I can't even remember what the mounting bracket was originally for. It was something. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something camera or audio based or something. But they said they got it from like AliExpress or something. For like $5, so it didn't cost them too much to make the whole thing. But the whole tail.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm so fucking tired.
Eyes are starting to feel heavy.
Yes.
You go get yourself some rest.
Sorry to cut this short, but I really gotta go.
Oh, it's all good, bud. You've been here for like 30 minutes in the stream, and then a heap before that. It was fun. It was good to see you. You've been doing a lot of work.
Good to see you too.
And you take care of yourself, bud.
Talking about music, I've been writing a whole lot of shit. I should upload some to YouTube at some point, I think.
Awesome.
I just haven't done it because I'm too perfectionistic and I never like it enough to actually release anything.
This is going from another creator to another creator. You just got to keep working on something until you feel that you've done enough to make it, worthwhile. Because trust me, I could make a video and spend an entire weeks making it. And I still wouldn't feel like it's done perfect enough. But at the end of the day, you just got to make until you feel happy with it. But once you feel like you've at least got something that you feel happy with, put it out there and see how it goes. Yeah. You can always tune and like change things later. There's no wrong with that. You can always take positive feedback and change how something sounds and all that as well. There you go. Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to release actually. I got like 10 songs.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting to hear, bud. Seriously, I've been impressed by what this guy makes. Renard does an amazing job of his music. He has his own channel, Renard Fox. If you guys want to go check it out. Is it just Renard?
My YouTube channel is just Renard. There's no
Renard.
Fox there. It's also
yeah.
I try to not just be a furry artist.
Okay.
I have more ambitions.
He has his own band, by the way, named Grand Decadence. If I'm remembering that.
I now have a picture of that band as a banner.
That's awesome.
For my channel.
Yeah.
It's now on there.
Cool.
And yeah, that picture that you see on my, like, if you go to my channel, that profile picture is not some generic thing from Google. That's actually me.
Yep. There you go. Sneaky face reveal.
Yeah.
Oh well, but you go get yourself some rest.
A lot of people seem to think that that's just some Google image search thing or something, but no, it's actually me during a show.
Oh boy. Yeah. You get yourself some rest. Thank you for showing up to my stream today. And sweet dreams, bud.
Sweet dreams. Oh wait, it's day for you.
Day for me almost. It's like 11:35 over here, midday. Also,
have a good midday.
Wow. You're adorable, thing. Wow.
And bye, everybody. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He's off to do his own thing. He's off to go get himself some rest. But yeah. We might go and do something else for a bit. And see what's going on in VR. I might see if anyone else is feeling like joining me during my live stream. Yeah. I do enjoy the quite a bit of the atmosphere that Son of This World has created. There are some things that I think may be bugged out, but I'm guessing they might have rushed some of it to get it up on VR chat in time for Halloween. But still, it's awesome. It really is. Yeah. We might go to another world and see what's going on. But let's see who's on vrchat. Not many people are on right now. Okay. One of my friends, who was it again? Too Crazy. May drop in. May. He said he was doing some important errands. So I'll leave him be for now, so that he can get his stuff done. Sorry about the noisy barking dogs. They tend to bark at almost anything that moves past our house. Anything. Is pretty much the statement of the day for you. New instance. Let's go to this world. Friends plus instance. We're just currently going to a different world. Do you need me to be a mod? Not right now, so but thank you for the offer, Nathan. There we go. But yeah, this is an Avali themed world. They made this world a while ago. They added all kinds of things. There's various avatars. Put it this way, these are all the different Avali avatars that are known. There's a lot here. Some of the models are I can clone off of here. Some don't have public versions, and yeah, you can clone some of these. So yeah. There's even a protogen of Arlies. There's all kinds. Which one was the one that was made by one of my friends? I might as well show it off because they did a great job of it. And all these, by the way, these are all amazing avatars in their own special ways. They got interesting, unique quirks. I'm just trying to find the one that was. It's not showing up here. I thought it was here. I swear it was here. It was like a public version of it that you could be able to test the avatar out. That's odd. There are quite. Oh, there it is, right here, right in front of me. There we go. Can I? There's a little thing, and for some reason it's not. There we go. Sometimes you gotta really kind of click on these things to get them to show up. Just give it a moment while it loads in. There we go. Get the camera so we can be able to see it a bit better. Wow. There we go. I think it looks pretty nice. Has different facial expressions. This does have face tracking, and I've seen him using face tracking with this avatar. And he's done an amazing job of it. Yeah. You can get it on Gumroad if I remember right. Yeah. So if you ever need a Vali avatar for vrchat, there you go. Yeah. I think they look pretty cute. And I have been thinking about buying one. I might get this one, or it might be another one similar to this. There are a few different models out there, as you can see, so it can get pretty choosy in finding one that suits you best, because they all have different designs and how they're made. Some of them are more basic and simple. Some have more, a lot more fizz bones and stuff. Like this one over here has like really long tail or head feathers. some of them more raptor-like. They have more of a, I'm going to say more of an more forward-facing snoot. So this one's more like a raptor. Some of them more unique. They have their own design to them. And then got ones like, you got a plushy one, a pull toy one. There's even a robot one there. Like, this is like classic robot kind of that you would think. And there is, of course, there's a proto Valley. Of course, there's a prote. They have some good avatars. Yes, they do. There's a lot here. But this person, the one I'm currently using here, this was made by Hairu. They've made at least 2 or 3 different avatars, if I remember right. I might be mistaken. But they're a very nice, they're a very talented individual. They do some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. I think this was, when was this one made? Was this the one that was made by? Oh no, it was made by Mike the Bird. This one. Yeah. It's a very odd but interesting one. I'm going to call it a minimalistic avatar. It's very simple. Yeah. I'm sure someone out there would enjoy that one. There's one here that's technically not an Avali. That's not an Avali. That's a Vosaurus, if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, they look a bit like one, but not quite. Different tail and body and head. Yeah. Honestly, if you ever wanted an Avali, it seems to be one that everyone could enjoy. It's like ones that are more smaller and like this little one, like a little cute little thing. Then you got ones that are more, I'm going to say this is more like Space Marine for you there. It's like full-on battle armor. Yeah, there's ones that just kind of have their own style altogether. Yeah. Yeah, this avatar has very decent features for the face, so you can now to really give it a lot of different expressions. And the maker did make it so it had like a lot of decent stuff. I can't pronounce things sometimes, but yeah, I'm amazed by what people create in VRChat, because it's both a way to express oneself through making a 3D avatar and then being able to use it and express yourself through it. It's kind of an interesting art form that I have not really seen anyone else use in any other kind of fashion. But yeah. I've even seen it once or twice where people have uploaded a 3D scan of their fursuit. It doesn't look that good, but you can technically do it. I'll just go back to my main. Actually, here's something else I've got while I have my menu open. Once it's loaded, it takes a moment. Oh, it errored. Bugger. Just a moment. Let me just go back to one of my other models. Sometimes avatars do that, where they'll error out. There might be a problem, but I can probably, let's just try that once more. Maybe not. Oh well. Sometimes avatars error like that. I might have to talk to a friend about that. Oh, it's okay, Ball of Floof. We're going to a different world now. We're just here taking a look at a couple of Vali avatars. If anyone wants to know the name of this world, it is called A Vali Model Comparison by Deval. I can't even pronounce that name. DERVAIL or something like that. I'm sure you'll find it though. Anyways, let's go to one of the other VRChat worlds. Just a second. While I load up another world in my favorites. Let's see if I've got some other Halloween kind of themed worlds. That might be kind of cool to visit. Let's see here. I have a feeling that... Where is it? I have a feeling that this world might be set up with a Halloween theme to it. Let's have a look. This world is another Ferality world. And Ferality does some pretty decent stuff with their worlds. The Ferality Umbria world probably is going to be out later this year. Around about December is about when they upload them. As of why, I'm not too sure why they do it that late in the year after an event. But whatever reason, I just hope that it is going to be as close to the one that I went to at the actual event. It was pretty fun. Ferality events are really interesting. Yeah. And here we are. Okay, spawned way over here instead of at the tent. Okay, they haven't changed it. That's interesting. They actually have kept it the same. Oh well. It's still a beautiful world. This world is a kind of like a meetup place. Oh, I see why I spawned over there. I forget. They added these portal-like things to the world that take you to a central hub. Ferality's kind of been making... They've been updating a few things so that their hubs and all that work nicely. Yeah. I'm going to be getting ready for my camping trip tomorrow. So I'll see you all, guys. See you later, bud. And take care and stay safe wherever you are, bud. And hope you have a great camping trip. It'll be great to hear back from you when you get back. Yeah. Whee! You go along a zip line. I'm fascinated by people's creativity in VRChat. Some people can do pretty impressively well on here. And there is technically money to be made if you're willing to do it right. Like for instance, a lot of VR players will have their like donation boxes and stuff set up. There is technically a currency for VRChat, but you don't really need it. I technically, if I was to say, oh, you should have something in your world to make a little extra money to help with paying for use of software and all that, I would recommend setting up a Patreon or a what is it that I use? I use a Coffee account for my YouTube if people want to donate to that. That's another method as well. And you can be able to have like early access stuff and etc for people who want to see stuff early and all that, and maybe collaborations and say like, oh, if you pay this much, I might add a 3D model or a picture of your avatar or something like that. Some worlds even technically have promotional content in them. Such as they might like say have, oh, here's someone who does VRChat avatar reworks and all kinds of content like that. But yeah, if you ever want to get into making a world for VRChat, you can make money off of it if you want to. I would just say a good bit of advice: try not to get too greedy. Be nice and kind, and understanding that people will only they'll only see value if they get value out of giving money to people. Such as, for me, I try to make, Peaches is dropped on and out of various products and stuff. Like, I occasionally do 3D print for people. Yeah, no prob. If you ever do make stuff for vrchat. Yeah. Hello, bud.
Heyo.
Yeah.
If there's volume working, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, it's been a pain.
How has you been, though?
Because I tried to run it on Quest Link. That's not working. So I tried to do it on PC. No. It's just not working for some reason.
Yeah, partly why I won't touch Quest, because exact reason. They do some pretty silly stuff.
I mean, I do have the Vive, but the Vive is a pain to set up.
I've got all my base stations luckily already set up, and luckily I could be able to put them on. I can stick them to the wall. There is a third option for headsets at the moment, and that is the PlayStation VR headset. You can buy one of those, and PlayStation provides you with a little wee special dongle to plug it into your computer, and then you can actually run it as a PC VR headset. It's an inside-out tracking headset, just like a Quest, but it's not owned by Facebook. I have actually considered buying one of those. They're not the best, but they're okay.
I'm tempted to get one.
Yeah, I might
probably
buy
when
one.
it stops support for the Quest 2, then yeah, I probably will get one.
I also wouldn't be surprised
because
by
I know that's coming at a point. Because Quest 2 is getting dated now. At some point, they're going to stop support for it.
I wouldn't be surprised about this too. Someone probably, once the support stops, will make what's called a jailbreaking tool or a rootkit. And what they'll allow them to do is anyone who has a Quest 2 can then jailbreak it so that they can get access to the boot of that device. That allows them then to do things like run custom firmware, codes, all kinds of things. It would mean that instead of it being owned by Facebook, it now is truly owned by you. So if I was to buy one, I wouldn't need a Meta account or any kind of account owned by Facebook. I could then technically just sideload in some kind of PCVR software, and I can then connect it up to my computer, wired or wireless, and then use it. I wouldn't be surprised if someone does that. Even if it's an older headset.
And the other day got some more games from Charity Shop and Records.
Cool. That sounds like awesome.
And then I finally found a 90s record, Vanilla Ice Ice Baby.
Oh my gosh.
So I finally found a 90s one.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I found a Jive Bunny, which is Standout, and Beach Boys and Hits of the 60s.
Oh boy, now when I think of Beach Boys, I think of that one song that from Family Guy.
Or Surfing Bird.
Yes. If you ever want to look that up, look it up at your own risk. Yes. Yes, it is Peaches.
And then I got some games I bought. Director's Cut.
Oh.
Harry Potter, the Lego Harry Potter on 360, and funny enough, Guitar Hero 2.
Oh boy.
Because which I actually got that for free.
Oh neat.
Because they was gonna throw it out, take to the tip.
Yeah.
And have the full guitar and everything. I was like,
neat.
I'm having that.
Yeah, if you've got the guitar, then you're good. You can play it.
And it's worth like something like £70 with the guitar and everything.
Oh wow! There you go. For anyone who plays guitar-based games, that's a lot of fun for you.
Yeah.
Fun thing I've been doing. One of the projects I've finished up work on is my avatar. for now at least. I'll be working on some quest compatibility stuff later on. I've got one of the other avatars has got an issue where it's not loading. Which one was that? It was this one here. I'm guessing. Oh, now it's working. Let me try and load it again. There we go. Now it's working. This is my skunk crew.
Small.
Yeah, let me match your height. I'll just go here, match eye height. Bingo. Problem solved. Yeah, so this is a skunk crew. Well, technically a screw. I guess I've got a screw loose. I'm going to probably end up making too many jokes about that if I don't stop. But yeah.
I wonder if you can model that with the avatar. Model a prop as just a bag of screws.
Oh, that's not too hard to do. A bunch of wood screws, yeah. Thank you. One of my friends helped me model the tail for the avatar, and then I added it to it, and he showed me how to set it up. I'll eventually get quest compatibility working for it, but that'll be another day. I might end up having to throw... Oops, Peach has dropped through a portal. I bet he went through the portal behind me by backing up too much. Luckily, I have the portal, so I can walk up to these. But I won't go through them, because I have to press a trigger on my controller to allow it to move me. Very handy piece of doing that, because sometimes some of my avatars, some of the things like weird ones have large hitboxes, and you'll end up having them go through a portal on accident by turning around and facing away from one. Yeah, Peaches accidentally went through the portal. I'll send him an invite again. Send invite. Can I send him an invite? Oh, can't. I'm betting he is still moving from one world to another. Essentially, he's nothing right now but a bunch of little ones and zeros traveling along a copper wire through from one server to another. But that'd be the world of computers for you. Yes, silly bean. Voila. I've gotten the avatar's shading to mostly work on this model pretty well. There he is. You walked through the portal, didn't you?
I got too close to the portal.
You can able to set in, I believe it's comfort and safety or one of the other settings. You can able to yeah, look here. It might be like under like comfort and safeties or something like that. Bring up the large menu. Go to settings. I believe it was under like graphics, comfort and safety. Was it under there? Comfort and getting. Oh, that was just filters for certain content. Allow direct sharing. It's set sharing from friends. It must not have been there. Was it under user interface? I'm trying to remember because I haven't gone through the settings in a while. But you can be able to set it to what happens is you've got to actually click your controller, your left or right controller, to allow it to teleport you, so that you won't accidentally just walk through a portal. Yeah.
So I was trying to read the text that was in the portal.
What you can
There's
do
a
now,
text like
while in
halfway in
VR,
it.
while you're in VR, I'll show you something. Yeah, come with me. You can able to walk up to portals, like this one that's over here. I can bring up the menu, and you'll see a bubble around where the portal is.
Oh yeah.
And you click on it, and it will show you the instance. You can then either choose to favorite the instance, make a new instance, or join that set instance. It's really handy when you got someone who, like, say, oh, I want to show you a world, but you're busy right now. They can drop the portal down, and I can favorite that world into my favorites list. Yeah. There you go. I feel it's a kind of one of those... I feel like those sorts of things make VR chat a little bit more user friendly. Desktop, it's a little bit more harder, but it is to be expected with a game like VR chat that's normally orientated around VR as the main medium of playing it. Technically, you can even play this game on mobile if you've got a more powerful phone. Like you have to have like a phone with 4 cores and about 8 gigs of RAM. And trust me, a lot of phones, even my one, doesn't have that equivalent. And I ain't buying a phone just to play it.
Mine's an S9 Edge, which is ancient.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It probably only has like about 1 to 2 gigs of RAM and probably like 4 or 3 core processor. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well.
But what's nice is it's got like the wireless thing for your bank card and everything built in.
Oh yeah, NFC. That's
so you
pretty.
can just
like my phone has that too. Although I don't have my payment methods on that. I do use that for something else though. I do have these NFC microchips that are like a little wee sticker. It's absolutely tiny little thing. You can able to program them using an app you can get on F-Droid. You sideload onto your phone, and what it does is it allows you to program those chips with anything you want. You can able to put a small bit of text in there, such as a URL. Like I can actually put my YouTube link into this, and it works the same way as a QR code.
Yeah, I've got one link to mine I use for furry stuff.
Yeah. And I actually have made these little wee things that look a bit like a poker chip. And I do 3D print these from time to time and program them with my YouTube URL. I can literally just give it to people. It's like a QR code, but I think it looks much neater. It's not this thing that has a thing you have to focus your camera on. You just take it, stick it to the back of your phone where the NFC chip reader is.
I've got like a little
You can be able to do that. It's pretty cool.
I've got like a little paw pad one. You scan it on your phone and it links to a channel.
Mine is exactly like that. It's
I use other Furcons.
It's a little circle disc with a paw pad on it that I 3D printed.
And then my 3D printer's unhappy.
Yeah, your one needs some serious TLC. I probably need to
because now
work
I've decided to develop more issues.
Mm.
The SD card's killed itself.
Oh, those do occasionally cook themselves.
And now the feeder motor, the stepper motor for a feeder, that's not working at all.
Might be time to get a new one. New motor?
It is a new printer, that's the thing. It's only done about 10 prints, and it's already just killing itself.
You've probably got a really bad one, that's for sure. Luckily, when I've got all the stepper motors seem to be working fine. The only thing I think that might be an issue is just the print bed. The print bed might just be a bit off.
Yeah.
But that's not too bad.
It's an Ender 3 Pro. Mine is. It just
Ender 3
constantly
V2.
having problems.
So it's not too bad.
Ender 3 V2 Pro.
Yeah. Just a moment.
It just has a lot of issues.
I have to do a funny thing. I wonder if I can able to, just a moment, do this. Oh yeah, I gotta grab the actual tab. There we go. I had to rotate myself IRL because I was facing away from one of the trackers and it doesn't get... It's not too happy when I don't face one of the trackers. There we go, just move things around. Essentially, I'm moving like two different things in VR to do that. One of them's the camera screen, and also there's a virtual screen with everyone's chat on there so I can see what's going on in the chat group. But yeah, such a silly bean, yes. But yeah, I do enjoy, I have been enjoying what people have been doing on here, and Halloween's been kind of interesting. I actually got to play Doom in VR chat. There's actually a version of Doom that you can play called VRC Doom. I actually do have it favorited, and if you ever get bored, you can look it up on here. I would recommend to have a VR headset of some kind to play it, because it is going to be one of those games you want to have VR for. Where is it? It'll be under my recent visited worlds. It's PC only, but it is impressive. The fact they got it to work perfectly fine in VR chat tells me that Doom runs on anything, including VR chat. Someone actually got Doom to run in, I'm not making this up, in Minecraft. Yeah.
Oh, there's a VR chat. VR
the PC
mod,
slows down after level 3. Yeah, there is a bit of a bug with that, but that's not to be surprised with, yeah.
Yeah, apparently there's an VR chat, VR mod.
Yeah. But yeah, it works. Not fly mode. Anchor local. There we go. Might check out a bit more stuff now that we're got that all working. Worlds. Let's have a look here.
But I know with my PC, if I restart, it'll work probably on the Quest link. Through PC.
Okay.
But I am editing a video, so
yeah. It does take a moment sometimes for a processor to I
wouldn't be surprised if it's Windows screwing around with drivers again. They've already done that with a capture card, and I have to get a new capture card. There's a bug of the drivers up.
One of my computer components did a bit of an oopsie a while ago. It was my Wi-Fi card. Now I don't need it technically to work to play VR chat. It does occasionally. I do use it occasionally, but what happened was the driver did a big oopsie, and it would not connect to any device. So what I did was I had to go into the software, go through a whole bunch of crazy backlog stuff that looks like hasn't been that they haven't changed since like Windows XP era. And then I had to uninstall said driver for the device, then restart the computer, and then it installs a new driver. Now it works. Now Wi-Fi works on my computer properly. And
yeah, for me and internet, I use the old-fashioned way. I still use the Ethernet cables.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently using as Ethernet. For anyone wondering, because Ethernet will always be faster than Wi-Fi. Trust me, I've learnt through experience. You'd have to, even if you're like sitting right next to the router with your computer, because it's a radio signal, it has to, essentially the best way to put it, it has to compress and then decompress the signal. With a direct connection, it's a lot more faster. I've got a direct connection between my room and the router over a thing called a power line adapter. It's weird technology, but essentially it just goes, oh yes, it is good to know. A direct connection is always going to be better than a wireless connection.
One I might eventually get to wire up is RF to AV converter. So I can start recording like Atari 2600 stuff.
Yeah.
As that stuff only uses RF.
Yep.
And you can get in a box that converts it, but they're not cheap. Because you can find ones that convert AV or HDMI to RF, but the other way round is not very common.
I'm sure you'll find one around.
I did find one, but they're like about £30 for the box. And that's with the remote for it as well.
That's not too bad considering it's something that's not commonly used anymore. If you take into consideration a lot of VR stuff, I mean a lot of older TV and AV stuff for older computers and all that is very uncommonly used these days. Even in like niche applications, RF and all that aren't commonly used for TVs and displays anymore. It's mainly like you might come across like some commercial devices using the what was that one there? I'm trying to remember. Things like composite ports, AV, and some.
Yeah, AV are not that common anymore either, to be honest.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Sorry. They're used a lot on computers.
The only thing you see nowadays, most of the time, is like HDMI or DisplayPort.
DisplayPort, HDMI. One of the other ones that has little screws on it. The little VGA ports. Things like that you might find commonly used in commercial
DVI.
devices. Yeah.
DVI are a bit weird.
DVI, yes, because I have one of those for my older monitor. And here's something funny about those DVI plugs. They're weird. Just there's like a whole bunch of different DVI plugs. So it's like you've got one type of plug, but it might not be the right one. Yes.
I'm tempted to get an Atari, but the weird thing with the old Ataris is the power port, because it doesn't use your normal jack for the power supply. It actually uses a headphone jack for the power supply.
Okay, that's
which is one of the few consoles I know it uses that.
That is bizarre.
So if you lose that power supply, you're pretty much buggered.
Yeah, that's a oopsie thing, that design. You could probably get someone to rewire it up with a more modern connector. Retrofit it. I know some people don't like retrofitting their old consoles, but sometimes it's one of those things you just got to do after a while, because at some point it's going to become almost impossible to find. Yeah. Sorry, Volk, something came up and I have to go. Have fun though. You too, bud. I do enjoy you, and thank you. Yeah. You have a good one, bud. Wow. We might go and take a look at one of the other Halloween-themed worlds I found. Now, where was it? It was like a... There it is. It's just literally, this world's just called US Neighborhood, and it's set up as a Halloween-themed world. So let's drop a portal to it. Here we go. Voila. And just there we go, and There. Wow. So there's a lot here. So I'll just wait for Peaches to drop in. I'm just gonna swap back to my main this one. There we go. Wow. I absolutely love this avatar. It's absolutely adorable. I do have plans to get my myself a skunk tail IRL. A fursuiter over here that I know very well by the name Milkshake Skunk Air. They may make one for me, but they're still working on. They got one of their own, and they're kind of sorting out the details for it. And I really do want to get one. And they're a really nice person. They've been sweet and kind to me, and commissioning someone that I know is always better because I can able to always figure out if something goes wrong. It's more likelihood that I'll be able to sort out how to fix problems easier. Like, oh, this part broke. How do we fix it? Can I send it back to you, or do you want to run me through a way to fix it on my end? That's why I like trying to find local fursuit makers and getting into decent friend groups. Yeah. There's various things in this world. Like, for instance, there's this skeleton-themed pumpkin horse and carriage. Which is kind of crazy, but interesting. Oh, sorry. It's quite cool. Yeah. It makes me think of one of the Shrek movies. Instead of them having a pumpkin-themed horse and cart, you know what it was? Onion. It was a giant onion. Let's see. Is Peaches still online? Uh-oh. Peaches is not online. I'm guessing something happened and he had to restart his computer. Bugger. Yeah. Because I don't see him on my friends list right now. He's offline, which means that something happened. Wow. Oh well. Let's bugger around and do some other stuff for a bit. Yeah. We don't normally celebrate Halloween over here as much, but it's nice to be able to celebrate it in vrchat. Yeah. So people have put up all kinds of stuff. Ha! Head of lettuce, ear of corn, eye of a potato. You get a vegetable soup. Yee. I'm guessing VR had issues for you, bud. Yee. Wah. When you're ready, you can drop on in. But yeah. Wah. Restarted my PC, seeing if it will fix the link. Can't join in PC if not on link unless I plug link as I can't join. Yeah, I would almost recommend having your other headset, HTC, and setting it up prior to when you're playing. Yeah. Don't forget to eat. It's yeah, I tend not to forget to eat food before I start playing. I had a it wasn't a lot. I had a single mandarin before I got on. Anything in the back of this room? Nope. Okay, I can just walk out through that door that doesn't open. Anything in here? Oh, this is just a bathroom. Who are you gonna call? Jawa. Is that actually the name of a bike? Just a moment, let me reset the camera. Wow. There we go. This is the gas station. This is a casual little gas station in the middle of this town. E. Oh, hello. Just to let you know, I'm live on YouTube. Hello.
Call him cute.
But I admit that I'm adorable.
No, not adorable. Cute.
That too.
Oh, car.
What?
Oh.
Oh, it just passes right through you.
There's some don't.
Oh yeah, I've been to a world where it'll literally send you flying up into the air with a sound and almost like that KO, like wham, KO kind of sound. Oh. I guess you could say I have a bone to pick with this guy. There goes that person that just joined us for a bit. Oh well. Maybe they crashed, maybe something happened, who knows. Yeah. Seek medical attention? I don't need any medical attention right now. I'm perfectly fine. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things when it comes to PC VR. Those standalone headsets seem to be more of an issue for setting up in PC VR. So you're better off getting a headset designed for running in VR chat just on PC. Mainly because of the issues they have. Wow. There's kitchen and... Wow. There ain't a lot in here. Yes, let's watch the little DVD icon go back and forth across the screen until it hits the corner. I remember doing that. It just goes back and forth, back and forth. Dink, dink. Dink. That was a thing that people used to do. Wait, is it going to go for the corner? Oh. I don't know why, but this is one of those things that's kind of amusing. I bet people have seen that a few dozen times. It's not that common that screens have those on when you got them in like a standby mode though. Someone really decorated their house for Halloween. There's even fake cobwebs. You know, the funniest thing is I don't have to decorate fake cobwebs in our house. There's always plenty of the damn things. They always plenty of those little cobbies. The cob hop. I guess you could say our house is a bit of a website. We don't need the internet. We have a website. Those damn spiders sure know how to spin a web. Web heads. Let's see here. What other worlds have I got in my favorites? Okay, so they didn't change anything there. Let's see, there is some really weird VR chat worlds out there. Some of them are okay and run fine. Others just, they're weird. This next world we're going to go to, the best way I can describe it is it's odd. It is a VR chat world based on a online game that I can't even remember the name of it. It's bizarre. This is the shader. It is similar, almost like shaders, sprite style shaders from like, what was it? Doom. Yeah. So there's various like alien-like characters and all that. And then, yeah, it is weird the shading that they use for this world compared to every other world I've been in VR chat. This one's definitely its own thing. And then there's their languages translated from barcode. That's kind of cool. Okay, second floor personal. Okay, so this is the one that we were just on. Wait, what's this? That takes us there. That takes us here. Okay. First floor personal. Recreation. There we go. Yeah, so this world has some pretty interesting effects. Yeah. I don't know. I just think this world's kind of interesting. It's odd. It has its own interesting style to it, which is sometimes interesting to see just in its own right. You don't normally see stuff in VR chat that's like this. Yeah. Oh well. There's a whole bunch of different areas, so let's go back and see. Whoops. What did I hit? I hit something. Call research. What's this? I don't know, but it is a thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a bizarre world, but it's awesome. It's kind of neat. Let's see here. 4. Been there a few times. You know, I'm almost tempted to... Where is it? Let's have a look at... In here, this is the... I've been there a few times. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to find worlds in my list. It's a little messy. Okay. You know what we could do? Because we have not many other people on. Let's do this. Let's join this world. This one's tier land we're going to. We can now create a tier list of things. Because, yeah, we can. Just a moment. While I... There we go. So, let's check this out. See if they've added anything new into this world. I see an option that I might do, but it might be a bit controversial. But I'm almost tempted to do it. So, it's got 77. Yeah. Oh well, let's do it. This is, I might not know many, so we'll, if I don't know the person, I'll, put it to the side. There's a box behind me there I can how to put people I don't know to the side. So this is, YouTubers. I don't know who that is. Instantly off the bat. So I'll put anyone that I don't know to the side, because honestly I don't know. Yes, that's a decent animator. I'm gonna put him at an A tier. I've known his content's pretty good, and I know he's a furry, or he just pretends to be. I have a feeling this guy does something around with Fortnite, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. Looks like it's like Fortnite in the background. Like this guy does some sort of news around Fortnite or something. I don't know, sadly, on that one. If people put their names in, it might also help. I have a feeling this guy does a lot of gaming and streaming of various types of games. Kind of like me, but I don't know him. Sadly, if you're going to make a tier land world, like this one, and you have like things, maybe it might be wise to put just a little name or what it is underneath. I don't know who that... Whoops. I forget this build has a huge jump height in it. I'll try and find the ones I actually do recognize, and I have a feeling I'm probably not going to recognize half of these people. I'm just going to try and find the ones I do recognize. And there's me hitting the jump button for the second time in a row. Yeah. I'm just going by who I do know, rather than who I don't. Most of these, unfortunately, are the case of I don't knows, because, yeah, I don't know who these people are. I wish they put people I know in these more often. I have a feeling I know who this is. I think it's Jacksepticeye. I have not really watched his content. I'm going to put him somewhere in the C tier because I've heard of him. At least I've heard his name. That's all I know. That's all I know about that guy. Don't know that one either. This is just almost like I'm looking at Google faces. It's like, I don't know who these people are, sadly. If you know them, then you know them. I don't. I'm very particular for my content, and I have a feeling I've seen this dude. I just don't know the name to the face, sadly. I know some people on YouTube, but it's just very... Like, I was hoping I'd see some more known names. Old Mosh. Don't know. Name rings a bell, but it's echoing in a cave. Maybe? Maybe one of the tech channels? Don't know that person either, sadly. There's a list. It's just literally just this big chain of them that I don't recognize. Oh, of course, John Tron. I do know him. Yeah, he makes some funny videos, and he's been memed to high hell for some of the things he says or reacts to, which is not to be surprised. Don't know these two. This duo, shall we say, of individuals. I am not too sure on. Wow. There's a list of people I do know, and then there's a list I don't know. Somehow I recognize that face, but I don't know who. I don't know who it is. I think I know who that is. H3. I've heard of them. Don't know much about them. Oh, there goes an F tier. Don't know him. What? Vive is showing 108, but I hopefully can get it working. If not, back on Quest, something isn't happy with me. Oh, you might have to update like Steam VR or something. I don't know that one either. I guarantee you someone here probably has seen this person's icon on YouTube. And I probably will see it at some point, but I just don't know it. Why do I feel like that's a Wikipedia picture? Like, if I go to WikiHow, I'll somehow see this picture. No hate to the person, but I swear this person does, like, WikiHow style how-tos. Which, to each their own, I guess. Whee! I'm just trying to find the ones I actually do know. Like, I actually will recognize, and, I don't recognize a lot of these people. These are, like, all normie channels, like, maybe I recognize this one. But I just can't put a name to that face. I have a feeling I've seen him somewhere, but I just don't know where. I'm hoping to see some of the more like well-known science channels or something. Don't recognise that one either. New Mosh. Don't know that, like, that name rings a bell, but not enough that I can actually, like, not that I've seen their content. I may have seen this person around once or twice, but I don't know much about them. That's all I know about them, is, like, the don't know category for me. Don't recognise either of those two either. I keep hitting the jump button on accident. Game Grumps. I think I've seen some of their content once or twice. There was even a time when they were game cats or something. Just Game Grump but cats. Classic. I think they're kind of funny, so I'll put them in B tier. Probably actually A tier, sorry. And this just goes right down an F. Very unique style and very unique look. So I have a feeling that this person's probably a very unique individual, but I can't place a name to that. Don't know him. I feel like I've watched one of the videos, but I don't know the name to him. F tier. Don't know that one. It just feels like someone's just like randomly taken a list of names of like normie creators and like ones that I can't even recognize and threw it together as a list. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going through what I know. I feel like this guy does either some kind of physics or science or something. That's all I can understand from this. That's all I can make of it from my own observations. Is that Weird Al? Is that Weird Al Yankovic? That maybe. I'm going to put this as, if this is Weird Al Yankovic, I'm going to put it there. PewDiePie. I'm going to put him in a B tier. Like, he's well known. He's well respected in his own things. I've never watched him personally that much. But he did some good diss tracks, I will say, on some of the other creators. That weren't exactly... I don't know that person, but that's like... Just because I've never seen that before. I think I've seen this person around a couple times on YouTube. That's all I can say. I've seen a couple of his videos. He's a Minecraft creator. I know that face. Same kind of realm as Jacksepticeye, but I'm not too sure, to say the least. I'm just going through and finding the ones I do recognize, and both two that I don't recognize to my degree. I think I know who this is. Philip DeFranco. He does some pretty good content. Covers a lot of like news related around various things, and it's kind of like informative stuff. BuzzFeed. Never really liked BuzzFeed. They're kind of, they make content for the sake of content. They didn't really have a mean of it. I'm new. Hello, how you doing? I watch Markiplier. Cool, there you go. That's who it was. It's good to see you, John. Yeah, he is. He's got his own content. I've never watched BuzzFeed. They were kind of like a D tier for me. They felt... The Angry Nerd. Was it like The Angry Nerd or something like that? I've heard his content was funny for its time. It was like one of those A tier list YouTubers who make some funny content. Oh, if you've seen this stuff, then you've seen this stuff. This goes into an A tier list. It's something. But yeah, it's weird. Super mega. Yeah, it's weird. I'm just going to put it that way. It was a content that was a weird thing for its time. Don't know that person. Almost looks like an AI generated image. But I'm just going to say it's just odd. Don't recognise them. Don't know. Looks like a donkey. Don't recognise any of those two. Nope. Nope. Oh, Filthy Frank. I don't know what to make of Filthy Frank. It's a very divided queue, I'm going to say that much. It was, for its time, was something. Let's just leave it at that. I have lots of going on with me. Well, how have you been? What you've been up to, John? It's been interesting to say the least for me. I've been making content and also working on a couple projects. Yeah. I might end up making some content soon based around DIY projects. Hot ones. I have a feeling that these people do a lot of cooking. You like my Sona? Thanks. My dragon skunk mix, I've recently set it up and I got it on vrchat. Yeah. I do have plans on getting a full fursuit at some point down the line. I'm going to be at some point maybe getting a tail. A skunk tail like this. I have a friend who makes them. Or made one. They're just still working on stuff at the moment for it. I don't know what hot ones is. I have a feeling that might be food related though. So let's see what else there is. Don't know who this is. I have a feeling they do special effects. No, don't know who they are either. Hoping that eventually I'll come across another few that I do recognise. This just looks like the goddamn Cookie Monster! That's all I can say about that one. It looks like the Cookie Monster. That's all I can say about that one. I don't watch a lot of normie YouTubers that often, except for a few science ones. And a few others, depending on who they are. You have to do something... keep hitting the spawn button. Okay, so I'm just going through and finding the ones I maybe that person. I just don't know who that is. Okay, so that's the list so far that I've gotten. I was hoping maybe for a couple furry YouTubers that I might have recognised, but there were none there. Meh. Oh well. That's all I can say. Yeah, that's about the list. Peach has dropped off because he had issues with his computer and his VR headset. I think he said he was trying to get it working again. Ah, there he is. Right as I said that, he just dropped in. How about that? Let's see if he's got his stuff working. Hey, bud. Can you hear me? I'll let you sort that out while you...
Yeah, I can hear you. There we go.
Yep, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I got the Vive working.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
Yeah, Vive-based stuff is a little different. Let's put it that way. I'm using one.
Yeah.
I'm using a HTC Vive... not HTC, sorry. It's a Vive Cosmos Elite with 1.0 base stations and the weird joystick-less controllers. Vive. There's no joysticks on these controllers. They're just little wee touchpads.
Mine's for first edition.
Oh, one of my other friends just dropped in. How about that? Hey, bud.
Also, nearly blew up a fuse as well.
You blew a fuse?
Setting up the Vive.
Oh.
I nearly blew a fuse, yeah.
Oh, boy.
So I plugged the Vive tracker box in.
Yeah.
And there's just a blue spark. There's a blue spark and a pop around the plug socket when I plugged it in.
Oh, yeah. Mine do that all the time. It's like the connection was blessed by Zeus himself. The god of lightning blesses this VR connection today. I did a tier list of, while you're doing your thing, of YouTubers. Ones that at least I could recognize. Yeah. Most of these people I've either watched one or two of their videos, or I recognize their face. For better and for worst. And this is just my thoughts on it. It's not anything too comparison to anything. I couldn't find any of the furry YouTubers that would have gone up in S tier that I would recognize. But there are a lot of people I do recognize enough to know them.
Oh, AVGN. AVGN are good.
Mm.
Except for the newer stuff is not as funny as the old stuff. I've noticed this newer stuff's not as funny.
Yeah. Old,
The old AVGN's more funny.
Yeah. I recognized, right away, I recognized, who was it? Jacksepticeye,
so I'm surprised it isn't on there is, Kid Behind the Camera and, McJuggernuggets. I'm surprised those are not on there. It's a bit...
There was 77 people. There was a whole bunch of people I didn't even recognize. But, put it this way. This is all the ones I do recognize versus the ones I don't. That's literally going up higher than I can stand. Above my reach height. Yeah. I don't recognize about half of these. Like, a good 80% chunk is unrecognized to me. I watch a lot more science YouTubers. Things like, who was it that I watch? There's probably quite a few of the channels. If I open up YouTube's front end for a moment, and I can go through a list of them that I do recognize. For instance, YouTubers that I watch on a regular, like things like Cody's Lab. I'm surprised that wasn't there. Mr. Volt.
That's an old
some
one,
of the furry YouTubers I'm surprised aren't on here, actually. They should have put them on here, honestly. There's a lot of like science YouTubers and a couple of gaming YouTubers. Person like by the name Mr. Sugeno. He's does a bit of content around gaming. trying to think of other names of people. But yeah, there's a lot of like science YouTubers out there that do a lot of cool content. I think that should have really gone on this list. And you're just being a goofball. Wow. But yeah, there are a lot of science YouTubers I thought would have been good on this list because some of them do some amazing content. One of them does like chemical reactions and stuff. Others do like
Niall Red.
Yes, that's one of them. Yes, he does a couple of videos on various content, and yeah.
And one I'm surprised that isn't on there is a person called Electro Boom.
Yes,
he's really
that's
funny.
one I didn't see in the list. I after going through his face, I would have recognised him. Immediately would have recognised Electro Boom for his content. His faces would have been on this list. I'll tell you that much. It would have been up in the A or S tier because he does some absolutely awesome stuff when it comes to science. For anyone who's just wanting to look into electricity-based stuff, he does a lot of that.
And then he also does stuff like hot glue wire to a chair.
Oh, that was painful to watch. Oh, some of his funny little songs and videos. Oh, what was that you said? I didn't catch that in time. The chat box disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, another one I remember that probably won't be on there is it safe to microwave? I think it's called.
Oh,
there was a group of people that like just used to microwave like Christmas lights in like a tinfoil shelter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a tinfoil protective shelter and microwave stuff.
Vic Cross. Yeah,
that's going back quite a bit.
How do you not know Game Theory or Jaden Animations? I just didn't know their faces. But it's like, I can recognize a voice before I recognize a face. Sometimes. It's a thing for me. If I've known someone, if I've watched content long enough or I've heard their voice a few times, I'll probably recognize it. But it's like putting a name to a face and a voice to a face. It's weird for me. I couldn't recognize some of the people on those lists because I couldn't recognize their face. Because sometimes with YouTubers, at least for me, I'm listening to their voice and I'm watching the screen on what they're doing more than I'm actually looking at their face. Like, for instance, Niall Red. I'm watching what his hands are doing because he's building or constructing something or like that. I don't recognize the face more than I recognize the name. If they had the name underneath of each one of those things, it would make more sense for me. I would have actually gone, oh, that person. I would have known who that was. I would have probably gone, oh yeah, I've heard of them.
And then at some point I'm tempted to see if I can find out broccoli on vrchat.
Interesting.
If you've seen him, is there one on TikTok that goes doy all the time? The German one. That's really funny.
Don't know. I watched one of these YouTubers not too long ago literally take a photo with a potato. Yes. Someone managed to take a photo with a potato. That is that's a chemical reaction feat of engineering right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Folk, I was wondering if you were interested. One of my furry friends posted me on their Twitter, on their YouTube channel. I wondered if you were interested. I do have I do have a Telegram and a Discord, as well as a Blue Sky. You can always @me on one of those, all the same username. Yeah. And tell Peach's avatar that you like their avatar. It definitely is an amazing avatar. Yeah. And sorry it does take me a little while to actually get back to a comment, because my brain kind of just goes on a little talking tangent. Yeah. But yeah. Blah.
Avatar's just cross-eyed again.
You can, but I might not remember. That's why I normally get people to send messages to me, because otherwise I just forget. I get so many things happening all at once when I'm in a live stream. And John says, hey, cute fox avatar, Peach. It is.
Thanks. Yeah, it's the one that's PC. Works with. This one works with the Vive really well.
Oh, that's good.
Could do again a new avatar at some point though, because
close your eyes. Imagine
they are like 3 years old.
And running around, dashing, shooting something, then getting ammo. Yeah. Technically, you can run Doom in your mind. Yeah. I'm not surprised on that one. Yeah, there's actually a version of Doom that you can run on vrchat as well. It's just called VRC Doom. Yeah.
I wonder if there's Pong on vrchat.
Pong. Oh yeah, there's a few worlds that have that have little arcades, and yeah, you have two players. One holds one knob and the other holds the other knob, and you twist the knob to go left and right, and you can play Pong. It's a little bit. The main problem with it though is because of the delay. It's not easy to play 2-player. Single player. Oh yeah, that's fun. You can easily play single player.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a new world that someone's done. Basically Jurassic Park in vrchat.
Jurassic Park in vrchat. That's actually kind of a cool concept. Yeah. But yeah, at least A to S tier is things like Game Grumps, trying to remember the
AVGN,
etc. B tier was like, mainly because I don't watch them all the time or don't know much, or PewDiePie was one of the creators I know because, well, he's pretty well known in the community. The other one is in the B tier is Philip DeFranco, if I remember it right. He does a lot of content around just like, he talks about news essentially. It's kind of like he just he just says it, he doesn't state it. It's kind of one of those creators that's not trying to make up his own opinions on it. C tier is a whole bunch of various known creators. I think the one with the ninja and the superhero is Wild Weird Al. Sorry, that's it. And he does actually have his own YouTube channel and does some pretty funny content. I do say that he does quite interesting stuff. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, John. Looks like a cute baby fox face. Aw. But yeah, BuzzFeed's D tier mainly because it's BuzzFeed. It's kind of, BuzzFeed's kind of like a news group, but it's just, it feels like mostly just meh stuff. Like, yeah. And then F tier is the three stooges of the apocalypse. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even need to give names to them. Three Stooges of the Apocalypse. I actually think it's kind of funny to say that now. Three Stooges of the Apocalypse. Oh, they've got Homer up here doing stuff. Oh, dough.
Oh, I'm overboard. Oh no.
Homer.
I'm that large, I've actually fell into the board.
Yep. Homer got stuck in the board. Dough. Dough. Oh gosh. Yeah. But yeah. We'll probably do something else in a sec. Now we've got a few players here, we can actually probably do something else. Let's see here. Wait a moment. Let's see here. Search. Never H-A-V-E have I-E-E-V-E-R. Never have I ever.
Oh,
there
dog.
we go. New instance. Friends plus. Oh, wait a moment. Preload instance.
This episode's fun. Oh, this one.
Oh, the
Ages.
hot dog. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Friends plus. Dropping a portal. It shouldn't take too long for me to load it in. Just give it a moment while it loads it in. Just takes a moment. There we go. Happy Halloween. Blah. Okay, let's see here. Settings. Let's just remove those options. Okay. Automatically starts next game. Let's turn that off.
Halloweeny.
Close area. Okay, okay. Manual mode.
Halloweeny.
Okay, we're ready to go. We're gonna play some Never Have I Ever. Wow, okay, let's hit the play button. 5, 6. Okay, so it counts up to 10, and then eaten food that broke the 5-second rule. Maybe once, but that was because I cooked it after I dropped it. Technically, any food that you've caught is technically been dropped, is being past the 5-second rule. If you've gone fishing, you understand. Tried a fad diet. No, I haven't.
No.
I actually have never tried a fad diet. It's one of those things I've never done before. Yeah. I just I just eat various foods to stay healthy. Like, I'll eat a decent mix of vegetables and greens and meats. Committed arson? No, I haven't done that. Luckily. Not on purpose or on accident. Oh. That's one of those things I'm just like, nah, I haven't. Oh. Brought my sibling something I wasn't supposed to.
No.
Technically, I have. Not anything illegal. I just got him some candy. I'm that big brother that's like, oh, no one's around.
I don't
Here,
really see
take
them that often.
Here, take this entire chocolate bar and consume at your own will. Oh, they didn't get sick, but they were sure on a sugar high for a while.
Yeah.
I don't do that often.
I have a few times.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. Made a friend at
Mostly
a concert.
Furcons, I suppose.
Not a concert, but at a Furcon. I haven't actually gone to a concert. Being the functioning type while intoxicated, I don't drink enough to ever get intoxicated. I'm a very...
Yes.
Oh, understandably, okay. But yeah, I've never really get intoxicated. It's been mainly, I'm just that person. Once. Let's leave it at that. I've only been served detention once.
Probably about 20 or 50 times. I got detention a lot to school.
I ain't gonna ask why. Let's leave it at that.
Mostly because if it's raining, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going out on a playground.
Enjoyed indie games more than AAA. Yes, and more yes.
Yes.
Good example is a bunch. Let's leave it at that. There's actually a game I need to play, and that's Enter the Gungeon. I've got that on my Steam. That's a real cool game.
I need to play Undertale at some point.
Yes,
Now
that's
never
the
played Undertale.
That's peak indie game for you right there. Hopped what? Oh, hopped a turnstile. We don't have subway tunnels in New Zealand, so most trains, yeah, they don't do that.
We have them in the UK, but I can't hop one. I'll just end up falling.
You end up falling on your face. Okay. Yeah, they're not common over here for the most part. Oh, you're back. Yay. Wow.
No, not really.
Made up a story to impress someone. Don't think I have. Don't think I've actually ever made up stories. No. Wow. I had to keep watch around my apartment. Oh, it's okay, John. Paige played brass, i.e. trumpet or trombone. I want to try playing a brass instrument at some point, but they're not cheap.
I want to try one.
They're a very expensive piece of equipment, and I would love to try one at some point.
I wouldn't mind trying a tuba, if you know what a tuba is.
Womp, 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 womp,
I want
womp,
to try one of those.
Lied to someone to get out of a bad situation. Yeah. A couple times I've lied to get out of bad situations. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
Sisters usually, but that's if I accidentally spend money I'm not supposed to spend.
Oh, you haven't missed much. We're just playing Never Have I Ever. Yeah. Pickpocketed.
No.
I don't think I've ever done that. That's a nope for me.
If I keep doing it, I'm gonna end up headbutting the ceiling.
Bah.
Probably should not do that.
Yeah, don't hit the ceiling. That's not good.
No.
Convinced a partner to leave a friend. I've convinced someone to find a better partner to be with, or helped with someone that was breaking up. So technically, in that case, yes. I won't get into details for obvious reasons. Fainted. No, I haven't. I've never blacked out. I've come close to it. I've come close to it due to having some pretty bad nosebleeds and a few other things, but I won't get much more details because ooh.
I'm like half in between. Sometimes and sometimes I haven't. I'm close to it, but not.
Yeah. Done jury duty.
No.
Surprisingly, I have not had to do that yet. I don't know if it's based on a few things over here or what. It's different, I'm guessing. Our town's pretty small, so it doesn't have its own court. We do have one in a town over, though.
I'm not that mischievous to get that.
Yeah. And I haven't, been a mute. Once or twice I have.
Yes.
But it's very 50-50. It just depends on what's going
like
on.
if my dad's visiting or something like that.
I'm talking about in VR chat.
It could be very interruptive.
So
I'll just mute myself in VR.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're talking about being in VR. Okay. Get confused by your own appearance. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That happens a couple times. Well,
like recently my dad was kept saying the USB 1.0 was gonna work on 2 and 3.
Owned disabled pet. No, we haven't.
No,
not
necessarily.
I don't see any reason.
Stray cats and that growing up, but not disabled.
Yeah, we've had quite a few different pets, and I've had everything from rabbits, fish to chickens, and all kinds of different things. Watched an anime in VR chat. I don't watch anime, not that much. It's not really one of my things that I'm interested in. What happened to your tail? It's a skunk tail now. Wow.
Yeah.
I have a big floofy skunk tail.
So would it be a skunk on because it's a dragon?
It's a funny name for it, but it's interesting. Learned enough sign language to communicate with mutes.
No,
I do not. Sadly, it's really hard to do sign language in VR.
It, but yeah.
Unless you've got like one of the more fancy headsets that does that. Oh yeah. Oh Lord. And Peach, I still had a cute baby fox face. Being the subject of a rumor that wasn't true. A couple times.
A few times.
Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Which explains why I'm permabanned from the fur mates around where I live. As I got mad at them for believing rumours.
Yeah. Been on a field trip to a park.
Yes.
I think once or twice when I was like really young, but that's about it. Yeah.
When the school didn't have the funds, basically.
Yeah, I've been to a field trip that went to a one of the mussel processing plants here in New Zealand. That was kind of cool.
A few times.
No comment, but yes. I did, yeah.
More than a few times, actually.
Why?
Like getting suspended for like a month. That happened often.
Yeah, Volk, other furry friends' YouTube channels called Progressive geek.
Yep.
Okay. Been involved in school drama? Surprisingly, not really. Not that I can remember. Okay.
Yes, if someone picked on a friend, then I would just defend the friend.
Oh yeah. Copy. Paste.
I haven't yet. I do want to, but it's the cost.
Been
I
to
haven't done that yet.
outside my country? I haven't either. I have not been outside of our country. Bye. Yeah.
Yes.
Killed
Yes,
myself
because it's
checking
funny.
for full damage in a game. Yeah, that's happened a couple times. It's like, oh, do you take damage from falling in this game? Yep. Whoops. Oh. Yeah. Games like Borderlands don't exactly
no.
have full damage. So it's like, oh
Actually,
yeah, I could just
haven't,
drift down from this
surprisingly.
super high place. Plonk. Other game.
I actually
Do the
haven't,
same thing and result in
surprisingly.
a very messy, unfortunate end to that mission. Whoops. Smack into a movie. What? Oh, snuck into a movie. No, I haven't.
Yes.
I'm not even going to ask Peaches. You're a
I've
mischief
even
maker.
yeah, I've even snuck snacks in there as well.
Oh, we've all done that. We've all done that. We've all snuck food in. Being promoted to known to trusted user. Yes.
Yes.
Both from being friends with a few people on here and
Mine's
also
currently
uploading my own
on-
avatars.
Mine's currently on that, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've copy and pasted the username for their YouTube channel. Tried chocolate covered in crackers.
Ew.
Chocolate covered crickets. I've tried crickets.
No.
I have actually tried grasshoppers and crickets. They don't have a lot of flavor. They were dried little things that were just like crisps. That weren't that tasty and got stuck in the back of my mouth. Been open with someone about my life only to watch it backfire. Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly,
no.
not so much, no. Why? Why? Yeah. Favorited this map. Yes. This person's just like, oh, I bet you favorited this map. Clever. The grift is very clever on this one. Meh. I've got the name copy and pasted down on my socials. Accidentally flashed someone. Probably done it a few times on accident.
Maybe the neighbours.
Oh, whoops. I feel sorry for them.
Because the kitchen windows are right next to the alleyway, which... Yeah.
Oh. Gotten into a car accident. Luckily, I don't drive, but yes.
Times.
Let's put it this way. Our vehicle that we were in did not roll, but the trailer that we had attached to our vehicle did somehow roll. I'm not even going to try and understand that one. But yeah, that happened, and luckily no one was hurt. Personally did something above your own skill level.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I've done a few things above my own skill level and managed to actually somewhat succeed.
Oh.
Pause. Okay, I think it's...
Oh, it's Kerry.
Corrupted someone who was innocent. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I'll just put it on pause for now. Yeah. So, Volk, how... So, now have... Shark Tail does this mean... A Skunk Tail, does this mean you can spray? No, but it does mean I have a pine-scented odor. Blah.
It needs a bottle of Febreze.
It's so the skunk tail just has a pine scented scent to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't unpleasant when it comes to smell. Yeah.
Why does it look a bit like a tongue now that I look at it?
It's the classic skunk tail shape that I went for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bah. Yeah, so this is how long have we been streaming for? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 26 minutes.
I don't know.
How
I
about
think
that?
the longest I did before was about 6 hours, I think.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's a pretty long stream.
I haven't streamed in ages, to be fair.
Oh, fair enough. I stream once a week to both to have fun and second so I'm not overly poking my tail. Ah. Yeah. Hey, did you see? I did see you at BLFC VRC Hangout. Oh yeah, I was there. I was the photographer in the green sequin jacket. I may have seen you there. Wow, that's good to see you, bud. I hope you had a good time. Yeah. I only just got my new avatar.
When am I getting props for these?
Yeah.
Some point.
Why?
If there's one prop, you can get like breakable chairs and bottles.
Oh yeah, those are cool for VR chat. Yeah. I'm happy.
And there's also a prop for like a camera.
Chatting with you, Volk. That's good to hear. But yeah, I've got my new avatar sorted out, and I've got my skunk Roo as well, and yeah. Oh, itchy back. There we go. These controllers do good for back scratches. I can reach around behind my back and just go like that with them. Yeah. Who knew VR controllers were so multifunctional? Oh.
I just look sad and want to lick something.
Goober. Ah. Okay, let's continue. Let's do a little bit more of this. Never have I ever. Okay. So, corrupted someone who was innocent. I don't think I have. John says, Peach, you're silly. Drunk from natural water source. A couple times, actually, I have.
Yes.
So over here in New Zealand, some of the rivers and streams, especially in really remote places, are clean enough to drink from. Although I would still recommend filtering and boiling the water. Personally, it was just a gut feeling that water was okay to drink, and luckily I didn't get sick or have any new things. Lied to a law enforcement officer.
Maybe.
No. I don't think I have. For legal reasons,
Maybe.
I don't believe I have.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's leave it at that with Peaches. Let's leave it at a maybe. Chipped a tooth. No, I don't believe I have. Luckily.
No.
Yeah. Luckily, I've still got all the.
Are really thin and
yeah.
teeth are really thin.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, I haven't though.
Yeah.
And when I mean a thin, you can literally see the bone of a tooth where it
Oh,
comes.
yeah. Peed on a building or car that was not mine while Oh. Luckily, I have not gotten intoxicated, so I've never had to use someone else's property as bathroom that wasn't a bathroom. And most of the time, I avoid doing that either way. I try to find somewhere away from buildings if there isn't a toilet available to me. Out of sight and out of mind. Ran a red light. I don't drive, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I might have on a driving lesson.
I'm reading these up from behind because I'm facing it. Yeah. This is never have I ever. There's a whole bunch of questions that you have to try and read out, and if one of them is something you've done, committed fraud. No, I haven't. No, I have not committed any kind of fraud. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, there's all kinds of funny things that are on here. Some of them are a bit like, wait, what? That's a thing. Spent more than $1,000 on a video game in 1 year. Technically, no, I haven't. Even vrchat, when it comes to even the VR headset, I have not spent that much money.
Video games, yes, but I don't buy transactions often.
Yeah. Technically, even when it comes to vrchat, even the avatars and everything, they're technically separate from the game because I can technically use these in other games. Played games as a coping mechanism. Yeah, I think a lot of sometimes I have just to take my mind off of stressful things. Like for instance, I'll sometimes just play Borderlands just to zone out and take my mind off of things, and yeah, that's a good way just to take my mind off of things and not focus on anything important.
Smoke's very sensitive.
Yeah. Had a heart broken or broke someone's heart. Yeah, it's happened a couple times. It's something you have to kind of find a way to deal with. And
my ex.
Yeah. Okay, Vog, I'll see you next week. Have a good one. You too, John. It was good catching up with you. Bye-bye. Wow. Been so... that I thought my heart or lungs were about to fail. No, I have not.
I've been drunk, but not that drunk.
Yeah. I've never been intoxicated enough that I wasn't able to control myself properly. Let's put it that way.
I've been lightheaded, but not that drunk.
Yeah. And barely do I ever get, like, more than buzz. Gone significantly over the speed limit. Again, never driven. I don't drive cars or trucks.
Maybe one or two.
I occasionally will operate a boat or an ATV, but that's very particular occasions. Where I feel like I can handle it. And over here in New Zealand, certain things like ATVs, boats, and all that, as long as you're not using it in commercial fashion, you don't need a driver's license. Been drunken philosopher. Oh god, no. No. And yeah, so if you're using like a boat, you can use it if you're using it just like drive around and go fishing on your own and all that. Perfectly fine. You don't have to have a driver's license or a boat operator's license. Told someone I loved them within the first month of dating them. Not so much. I'm really weird with people. I will give them hugs and become like a real good friend to some people, depending on how they behave with me.
Relationship, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Peed in the pool. I think we've all done that once or twice, especially if you're especially when you're young. You've at least done it once. I guarantee you thought about the whole thing where the water changes color, which is a lie and fake and cannot actually be done. Trust me. They've tried making stuff like that. They would have used it by now.
Yes, I have.
Speed run a game. I've known a few techniques of speed running certain areas in games, but that's about it. Especially when you're playing Borderlands VR, because that's broken in a lot of fun ways. Owned a computer worth more than $1,000.
Yes, I have.
Hey, what do you think I'm playing on here? I love living in this fancy computer.
Computers, actually. Probably about
I have a laptop that's closer to $7,000.
Woo!
PC stuff. And then when they're like 10 years old, I'll update it.
Been to a VR chat event, gone. Oh, oh no, bro. No, I don't think I have had that happen. Outside of certain kinds of content. Let's just say this. Certain type of thing happens where people get a little bit too excited, shall we say. Saw something moving when it really wasn't. Yeah, I think we've all done that when we're kids in the dark. You thought that one of the sleeves of your shirt hanging up on the wall was moving. You turn on the light and it's not moving. Disregard this if you've never had that happen.
I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah.
Usually I could just say poltergeist movement.
Been with someone taller than me.
Yes, I have.
In a relationship, no. As a friend, yes. A couple times.
As a second.
Tall. Especially in VR chat. Because, god damn it, you can make your own height change. I can be as tall as a building. Had a BFF you're still friends with to this day. Yes, one of them's in this room right now.
Oh yeah,
Peaches.
Definitely.
I've got quite a few friends that I've still got that I've been friends with for ages. And, yeah. We still chat.
Yeah, no. Technically, no.
Wah. Enjoyed remix more than the original. Yes, I've had occasions where I've actually had that.
I have a few. Not much though. There's most modern music's rubbish.
Yeah. Although I found a lot of people who make music remixes sometimes seem to know how to smooth them out.
Like give me something from 90s or 70s, I'll listen to that more.
Choked on your own spit. Yeah, that happens from time to time. That sucks. That sucks. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you go like swallow your own saliva and then yeah, that's just one of those things that's always gah. Meet someone in a game of any variety and then real life. Yes, I have. I've actually met a few people from VR chat that I actually know IRL. And that was fun. Yeah. And who knows, it might happen more, it might happen again. Don't know when, but yeah. Watch TV for the entire day. That's happened a couple times, yeah. Although I don't watch TV that much anymore. It's like
The Simpsons.
Yeah. Did they have a marathon of Simpsons episodes? Oh.
Yeah, I'll just watch a whole season.
Oh, wow. Dull. Wished I had kids.
No.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
It's too expensive. They're too expensive to raise, and I don't feel like going grey in my time right now. My hair going grey from the stress.
Crazy, especially with all my collectibles. Like, no.
No. Let's put it this way, there'd be so many goddamn locks on doors and windows and wardrobes that would not be funny. Taken or given a bribe? No. I don't think I actually have ever bribed or been bribed.
I've been told
and I'm
to
being
keep
honest.
quiet about some conversations, but not a bribe.
Yeah. Stolen cable service. Yep. I'm not even gonna question how you managed to do that.
That's only what I'm doing.
Not gonna ask. I've never stolen an internet or a TV service.
It's cheaper. It's just cheaper.
Why? Bet against my significant other. No, I've never done anything like that. I've never had to or want
if
to.
It's my ex, yes, but not current.
Got out of a friend zone and dated a person who friend zoned me or friend zoned.
Huh?
No? I don't think I have.
My brain's gone into mushed potatoes.
Yeah, similar. I don't think I've ever heard of it. There's a very, very oddly Pacific one, that is. Exploited a game-breaking bug feature or exploit to my own advantage. Hell yes, I have done that too. And it is a lot of fun on Borderlands. So you can slow down time and literally get past enemies or get into places where you're not supposed to. Because
I used to quite often with like GTA with God mode and stuff like that.
Oh, that's not to be surprised.
I used to do that often.
Let me just there we go. Oh well. I think we'll end the stream here now. We've been streaming for over 2 hours and 43 minutes. That was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you all had a good time. Yeah. This was fun. You all have a good one. Bye. Boop. And also, this adorable bean. Burp.
Hello.
Oh well. You all have a good one. Bye bye. Wow.